All right, let's start here. Tiki Barber's been wrong. He's been wrong for months. Tommy Lugauer's been wrong. He's been wrong for months. Anybody who has turned on a microphone and said the Yankees are no longer the evil empire, you were wrong, and it was proven this weekend.
What are you talking about?
The Yankees didn't do anything wrong other than pound their opponents' asses and look for any kind of edge they can get. And look what happened. The national media freaked out. Losers like Trevor McGill freaked out. And the biggest story in sports is a non-scandal scandal. And in my opinion, the only reason it took off is because it's the New York Yankees. And as much as you say they're not your dad's Yankees, George isn't around, they don't outbid everyone, they lost Juan Soto, they're not the Dodgers, blah, 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 blah. The proof is in the pudding. The overreaction to a non-controversy is only a controversy because it's the Yankees. It wouldn't have been a controversy if it was the Mets. It wouldn't have even been a controversy if it was the Dodgers. They're 5-0. No one's saying a peep. But because it's the Yankees, everyone freaked out. So let's start the show, Teak, until I start getting litigation involved with you needing to wear an L, that you're wrong. The evil empire still resides in the Bronx.
Okay, if it had been the Mets, would we have cared?
No.
Are you kidding?
Well, I would have cared as a Met fan,
Yes,
but
you would have cared.
The national frenzy.
It's New York. It has nothing to do with the Yankees.
BS.
It's the fact that Aaron Judge is a monster. And by the way, he's not using the illegal bat.
It's a legal bat.
Because it's illegal. I know, but everybody's saying it's an unfair, illegal advantage that the Yankees are getting. But Aaron Judge, who hit 4 of the 15 this weekend, he's not. He's using the same bat.
Oh, don't let facts get in the way, Teak. It's not about facts. It's about people hating the Yankees.
How about this? How about let's pitch around Aaron Judge, and you know what? I guess we got to now throw balls to Jazz Chisholm, someone who you said was going to explode as a Yankee because he's finally out of his shell. Well, guess what? Jazz can play baseball.
You're welcome.
When you got to throw a pitch to Jazz Chisholm, he's going to take your yard.
Yeah.
So it's not the bat.
Teak, I know it's not the bat. And I think most people, if you take your emotions and you put it aside, yes, the Yankees are cutting edge. Just like the Mets are cutting edge with the pitching lab. Just like a lot of teams are trying to be cutting edge and staying ahead.
Well, the bullpen looked great.
Yeah, no doubt. Bullpen was great. Griffin Canning threw more sliders than ever. Fantastic. The Yankees are doing nothing wrong, and yet the reaction to it, because they went out and scored 36 runs in 3 games.
One day story.
It's enormous because they're the Yankees.
One weekend story.
No, I agree.
It'll be gone.
I agree it'll be gone, but it's still a thing, and people are freaking out because the Yankees are these evil bastards to most people out there.
They're not evil.
Well, why is the reaction the way it is?
Because they're the Yankees, and they get all this attention.
Thank you. I win.
It's all the attention. Doesn't mean they're the evil empire. The evil empire means is you're doing things nefariously to gain a competitive advantage. That's not what the Yankees are doing.
I agree.
Other teams use this.
I agree.
But it's not real. It's not a real advantage. What the Yankees used to do was a real advantage, spending money to get every free agent. You never lost any of your own free agents because you had more money to spend. That's evil because nobody else can do it.
Oh, stop.
But the Dodgers nobody else wanted to do it.
Thank you. Yes.
The Dodgers are doing it to a level that is ridiculous.
No, but the point is, like, the Dodgers are 5-0, and no one's creating.
That's because they're West Coast.
No, I think it's because they're not the Yankees in terms of this evil level of insane hate. Like Trevor McGill, I give him credit. Trevor McGill expressed something very briefly over the weekend about these torpedo bats. And that opinion, while it'll be criticized by Yankee fans, it'll be criticized by me, represent the majority of these idiot baseball fans who hate the Yankees, which is, hey, they're the Yankees, they're going to get away with it. Get away with what? Get away with what exactly, Trevor? Nothing. They looked for an advantage. They are cutting edge, and they're smart. And if you read the rules around bat sizes, we're not going to bore you with it, the Yankees are doing nothing wrong. And Tiki already said, well, there's other players in baseball using it. You're right. See, if we sit here and talk about facts, everyone will realize that there's no controversy around the New York Yankees, but there is a controversy around the Yankees because they're the Yankees. This was a reminder this weekend as the Yankees pounded. And let me make this clear for everyone out there who likes to just bitch slap the Brewers. The defending National League Central champion Brewers. Call them by their names, okay? Now, I don't know what they're going to do this year. I'm not picking them to win the division, but the defending National League Central champions gave up 36 runs to the New York Yankees. And instead of just saying, hey, what a great start for the Yankees. Wow, what a great start for the Yankees. And talking about Goldie turning it around after last year's down year. Or Jazz Chisholm being unlocked being in New York. Or Aaron Judge just being the greatest hitter of our lifetimes. Instead of that, it's this fake, made-up anger around bats, around bat sizes. Right. Well, one thing I've learned, it's not about bat size, it's about how you use the bat. You know I'm right.
So true. So that is very, very, very
And that's
true.
what happened.
By the way.
And the only reason people are crazy about it is because there's an irrational hate for the Yankees.
No,
and I'm a Met fan saying it.
I think it's less than that. I think it's different than that. So last week we were talking about baseball and why sometimes, maybe it was 2 weeks ago, why the NFL sometimes dominates it, ratings, biggest viewership, etc. And part of the reason is that people don't know how to talk baseball. Mm-hmm. They don't. New Yorkers do. Maybe, I guess, San Francisco. I don't know. Like the traditional hotbed, St. Louis, they can talk baseball. A lot of places can't. I mean, most national media has no idea how to talk about baseball. And so the only way they can talk about baseball is say, oh, there's these bowling pin bats, these torpedo bats. That is unfair. What is your opinion about it? And the reality is the Yankees have one of the greatest hitters of this generation in Aaron Judge.
Who's not even using the bat, as you mentioned.
Exactly. They have two batters at the top of their lineup, Paul Goldschmidt and Cody Bellinger, who are facing a guy who the Yankees are extraordinarily familiar with.
Nasty Nestor.
Don't forget, Nasty Nestor was with the Yankees. And, hey, we got a scouting report on Nasty Nestor. Guess what? We got 30 of them. Mm-hmm. So what's he going to do? He's going to try to throw some strikes, probably high on the inside, whatever it's going to be. Great. Smash, smash, smash. Oh, and then, by the way, you put Jazz Chisholm behind Aaron Judge, and so you got to pitch to him, right? Baseball tells you why the Yankees had this explosive weekend against the Milwaukee Brewers. It is not because of the bat. And the reason that people are getting so pissy about it is because they don't know how to talk actual baseball.
Well,
right? They don't know, they can't tell you the reasons that the Yankees went off on the Brewers. The only thing they can say is, well, they got a bat that looks kind of weird.
But if any other team had a weekend in which they scored 36 runs.
We're saying the same thing.
No,
You're
we're
right.
not.
You're right.
No, we're saying the same thing
We're
in
both
terms
right
of
here.
Yes,
We're both right here.
In terms of why this is an issue, but it was a reminder to me that the Yankees, despite losing Juan Soto, despite being in one World Series in the last 15 years, despite not having the highest payroll in baseball, all things that Yankee fans have been critical of, this was a reminder that they still are who we thought they were. They are still a lightning rod for irrational baseball fans, whether it's in this city or all around the country.
Yeah, but now you're bastardizing what the evil empire means. Because that's what it originally means is they're just always going to win. Well, they're so good, they're going to find ways to keep winning.
If that's how you define it.
And if they don't have a way to win, you know what? They're going to buy the next star, and they're going to win.
If you're defining it with just bullying people by spending money,
yes,
fine.
That's how I define it.
I'm defining it
Is that not how it originally was conceived?
It was conceived by the Red Sox saying they got Jose Contreras, they're the evil empire. You're right. Mm-hmm. I think it's morphed into a word of they're just hated by everybody. The Yankees are yes, this is why this is happening.
What if they won?
They're New York, they're the pinstripes, the
16
history.
years. What if they won?
It's not necessarily about that.
It's not about one World Series in 16 years.
But clearly it's not about how much you win. It's just that they're the Yankees. Like the irrational things that have been said about the New York Yankees over the last 48 hours, I admit is comical. Like I'm laughing at it because it's so stupid. Like they're being accused of cheating? First of all, you're either an idiot or you're disingenuous. So make up your mind on what side of the fence you're going to be. Either you're idiotic and not knowing the rules of bats and how big it can be, which, by the way, none of us were until this weekend when all you got to do is Google it and look it up, or you are deceiving people because you don't like the Yankees. Here's the reality. We are living in an information world when it comes to baseball. Information in terms of spin rate, information in terms of pitch selection, information in terms of bat speed, information in terms of where the ball hits the bat. Tons of information. Baseball's an information war. What have we said over and over again about the Mets this offseason? The pitching lab. What is the pitching lab? Information. The more information you have, the smarter you are, the better you put your players in a position to succeed. We are in the information war of baseball, and we don't see the war because we don't know that much about it. Well, the Yankees are involved in this information war, and they had a guy from MIT who now works for the Marlins. We call him Lenny. They had a former minor leaguer named Kevin Smith, who, as part of the information war, and again, we all learned about it this weekend, decided, hey, why don't we change where the barrel is on a bat to kind of fit the individual player? It's not illegal. It's brilliant. It's been used before by other players on other teams. But because it's the Yankees, and because they scored an ungodly 36 runs in 3 games, we have this fake controversy around them. And I tell you I'm an IBO. I'm going to prove I'm an IBO. I'm talking as a baseball fan. It is disgraceful that people are trying to make it out like the Yankees are doing something illegal or even borderline illegal. It's not illegal. They're just smarter than you for now. Because eventually, with this information war, we all get the information and everyone makes adjustments. And so the Yankees should be commended on this Monday, not drawn through the mud by bitter Oriole fans or Met fans or Red Sox fans or Dodger fans or people that don't even watch baseball. And the only reason it's a thing is because they're the Yankees. Yeah. If the Mets scored 100 runs this weekend, and I love my baseball team and I wish they did,
no, they're not.
This would not be a thing.
Yeah, you got one hit the other day.
Thank you. Thanks for the info. on a hit that would have been a fly out in every other ballpark. I got it. I watched them. It's a thing because they're the Yankees and they scored a lot of runs.
Yeah, but
that's it.
My only thing I have with your stance here is that you're calling them the evil empire. And you shouldn't, because now you're buying into the negativity. What you should call them is the innovation empire, right? This is innovation. It's like the tush push, which is about to be banned by the NFL for the Philadelphia Eagles. It is the most innovative offensive play that we've seen in 20 years. Why? Because you guarantee to get a yard. Doesn't matter what the situation is. Doesn't matter the down or distance, goal line or whatever. You can get 1 yard no matter when you need it, right? It changes how you call plays on second down. It changes how you call plays on third down. Mm-hmm. And obviously, you have a guarantee on fourth down if you have less than 1. It's innovative in sports. And very rarely do we see innovation that we can see. Like, we can see the tush push. We can see the torpedo bat. The analytics, the pitching lab, we don't see any of that as fans. We can't even comprehend it.
We just see the results.
We just see the results, but we don't see it. This is innovative and brilliant by whoever created this thing.
Lenny.
Exactly. So Lenny. And the Yankees are taking advantage of it. That's innovation. That's how you win. It's how you win in life. It's how you win in business. And it's how you win in baseball.
No doubt.
Period.
That's what they're doing.
It's not evil. It's innovative.
It's only evil in that people hate them so much.
Well, let them hate.
Well, but that's the part of the evilness, that they're still the heels of baseball.
I am never getting rid of my cassette player. My Walkman, I'm wearing that thing for as long as I possibly can live. Oh, wait, they got an iPod? Oh, what is this thing? Oh, it's tiny and fit in my pocket? Oh, cool. Oh, wait, I can get music on my phone?
Are you saying
Stop being Luddites, people.
Are you saying the Yankees are a Walkman?
No.
Is that what you just said?
I'm saying everybody else is a Walkman.
Oh,
the Yankees are a freaking iPhone.
I got you.
The Yankees weren't the evil empire. They were the medieval empire. And now they've gotten ahead of the times with this. And instead of bashing them, I think we all need to say, I'm sorry to a certain someone, Evan.
Who's that?
Brian Cashman. I'm sorry, Brian Cashman, when a year and a half, 2 years ago, all of us on this show, all of us on the fan and fans everywhere mocked you for saying the Yankees had the best people on it in terms of analytics. What are you talking about? Add more analytics? Turns out they did. Well, they had MIT nerds creating a way to get more hits from guys who weren't hitting the ball.
But here's the other thing that we need to accept about this. While I give the Yankees credit for being ahead of the curve, and this will spread, which we'll get to as the show goes on, they're not going to score 10 runs a game. Mm-mm. Like, they're going to face the great Corbin Burns tomorrow night at Yankee Stadium. I can't predict he's going to throw a shutout.
Challenge.
But he's one of the better pitchers in baseball. Mm-hmm. They're going to face Zach Gallen on Wednesday night at Yankee Stadium. Again, not predicting a shutout, but Zach Gallen is a top 10 pitcher in Major League Baseball. Like, they're not going to score 10 runs a game. No. I think this was a perfect storm. A perfect storm of us finding out about the bats. Thank you, Michael Kay. More on that in a few minutes, and how he may have pissed off the New York Yankees. And they went out and scored a ton of runs. And so when you combine those things, you got this outcry. Now, we will get to your phone calls, 888-808-1019, but there is one thing that needs to be addressed because I've done a lot of research over the last 24 hours about the torpedo bat. When we come back, we try to figure out why the New York Yankees have been very secretive about the torpedo bat. Plus, I have another L to wear today. We'll explain why coming up, 888-808-1019. We'll hear from Aaron Glenn, the head coach of the Jets, Darren Muji, the general manager of the Jets. So we'll mix in some football as the show rolls on.